Creative Cnergy is a platform designed to transform South Africa's creative economy by connecting local and global investors, industry leaders and policymakers. Taking place in Sandton, the two-day event explored investment opportunities, addressed industry challenges and drove regulatory reforms to support growth in the creative sector. With a special focus on South Africa's youth, the Creative Cnergy provides young creatives with a stage to share their stories, engage with industry pioneers and bridge the gap to the mainstream economy. And for more on this, we are now joined by Creative Cnergy Founder Collen Dlamini, and he joins us now in studio for more on this conversation. Collen, thank you so much for your time this evening here in SABC News. Let's start off here. Tell us more about Creative Cnergy and how did it come about?
First of all, good evening, everybody, and thanks for inviting us, and good evening to your viewers. Creative Cnergy is a platform that has brought together a diverse set of voices across the creative industry ecosystem so that we can stimulate investment into the sector, especially in a time where, the industry really needs a little bit of a boost. Times are tough in various sectors, as you know, and we are lucky enough to have even government come on board to support the three government departments, being the Department of Sport, Arts and Culture, Department of Communications and Digital Technologies, and the Department of Trade, Industry and Competition. And the reason was because all these three government departments, they govern the creative industry in some shape or form from a policy-making perspective. And we want to see more harmonization across the three departments and to engage with the industry.
And when it comes to the role Creative Cnergy plays in the country's creative economy, what role do you play?
So we are a platform that provides a forum for dialogue, robust dialogue, and to create a space where we can have more positive sentiment about the industry, because a lot of people don't understand what the role policymaking has on the creative industry, and we wanted to provide a platform for that.
And when it comes to the various sectors which are involved to ensuring that the creative economy flourishes, maybe just give us an insight in that regard.
So for example, on the first day we had the audiovisual sector, where we had producers, broadcasters, even international broadcasters. They came to South Africa to really engage on these issues. We had broadcasters from the Netherlands, from the USA and from the UK, as well as on the second day we then had engagements on artificial intelligence and the role it plays in the creative industry. We had the fashion sector, as well as the audiovisual sector. So we had a broad range of sectors in the creative economy.
I'm maybe also just talking about this, one would ask, clearly it seems as if there is a lot of support needed in the creative industry to ensure that there's a thriving economy.
Absolutely. Today is World Intellectual Property Day, and the theme for that is music and the role IP plays in ensuring that musicians are able to use their IP to commercialize their art and make a living. And it's so important to have that support. And that support is not only required from a government perspective, but it's required across the board. Creatives in the main are entrepreneurs, and we need our South African creatives to have an entrepreneurial mindset, which is why we need to have support in from financial institutions in providing tailored solutions and products for the creative sector that cater to them. A lot of them are freelancers, they have small businesses, and they're young people. You know that half of the Africa's population between 15 and 30 years old, they are mostly employed in the creative industry. So there is a huge need for them to be supported, and there's a huge potential. Globally, the creative industry is estimated to be worth over $2 trillion, and we are not even scratching the surface in terms of the share that South Africa has been able to get out of that potential. So we have a huge potential. We are not short of talent. We just need to have an enabling ecosystem that supports the industry.
Clearly, one would say that it's quite clear that there needs to be more investment in the sector.
Absolutely, and which is why we put together this investment symposium to start to interrogate, where are those impediments, but also where are the opportunities, not to only focus on the negatives, because the opportunities are there. With the advancements of technology, with artificial intelligence, there is so much opportunity which we need now to take advantage of. And I'm glad that from the discussions we had and the outcomes from the Creative Synergy, the government has now made a commitment that there will be an intergovernmental department workshop where they will now start to focus on the creative industry and look at what policy reforms are required to ensure that the industry thrives.
And when it comes to transformation, particularly on the African continent, one would say that, the creative industry continues to grow. Now we have a lot of people who have podcasts. We have a lot of people who find themselves on various digital platforms. And of course, there seems to be also a lot of measures that need to be done to ensure that there is some sort of legislation as well, yes, in terms of ensuring that this industry does thrive economically.
Absolutely. For example, Mbali, the minister spoke about the need for content creators to start being compensated fairly in South Africa. We know that TikTok is big, and our content creators still don't have a creators fund in South Africa, and that is a travesty. There needs to be more attention to these issues because it cannot go on this way. We have so many young people who are really talented in South Africa and who have to showcase their talent to the world on a global stage, and they need that kind of support.
All right. Thank you so much, Collen Dlamini. That's Collen Dlamini there, founder of Creative Synergy, just giving us an insight when it comes to the overall creative industry and its economy.